we got the athletes working and the torch of the Olympic maid. Hey, sorry guys that we were late, but something happened and we've restarted. So in our finished clip, we'll put together the Olympic torch and you'll see what that's about. We did the best opening ceremonies ever, so we are going to reenact that for you. So welcome to the Gathering Point Show. In just a minute, Chris is going to be putting away the Olympic torch. All right, shall we try it again while he's doing his final round?
Yeah, nobody really knows that we missed the first one, but now that they all know we're going for round 2, we're going to fake it till we make it right now, folks.
Yes, can the athletes
catch it on
please?
fire with this.
Absolutely.
Can the athletes please start your exercises, your warm-up exercises?
Yes, I'm exercising.
Here we are, ready?
This is the background of the Olympics, the glass Olympics. Here they are getting ready. And let the opening ceremonies begin. Dun, dun, dun.
Oh, yes, here come the doves. Look at that. It's incredible.
Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Glass Olympics at the Glass Academy, where every opening ceremony starts with a lighting torch.
The torch-on-torch contact.
Yeah!
Wow.
That's the best torch ever. All
Let
right.
the ceremony commence, ladies and gentlemen.
That is Sarah. We got Chris in the house. We got Jake in the blue
You got a
shirt.
rag anywhere?
Hello, good people.
Wipe
Yes.
that
Matt
off
is
over
joining us for this show. We've got lots of fuzzies floating in the air now, which is all good. So for
Studio ambiance.
some reason, the show glitched in the beginning, so we had started making our torch. This is going to be the members-only torch. Free tissue slag on the glass.
Yes.
I
Makes
like
it
it.
really authentic.
Glass flash for some reduction, Jake?
You got a stamp on there?
Nope, we got to get a stamp. Matt?
Yep.
Must call him Oliver.
So we got Matt on the show tonight. We got Jacob, Chris, Michelle's behind the camera. She's going to be participating in the Glass Olympics. You saw Sarah, and Bess is back from her trip at the tech table tonight. We've got a really beautiful show planned out with 3 competitions that we're going to be using your opinions on. We will have a People's Choice point awarded for each competition. One of the 4 glass blowers tallied up by Bess per your live comments. We'd love to see comments if you're watching after the fact as well. We're going to be playing to get your name signed on the GA Champions Cup, and we'll show that off in a minute.
So,
we also,
have you been training a long time to get to the Olympics here?
yes, I've been training my entire life. Yes.
So these are the top glass blowing athletes, is what you're telling me, participating
These are the
tonight?
glass blowers of Glass Academy, the top tier hitters.
Oliver's here watching.
And Oliver is watching. Beautiful. Curious as to how this goes out. Oliver had a huge part in picking out the competition for tonight and helping us organize this show, but he did a very honorable thing by offering up the opportunity for Matt, who's been blowing glass for almost a year longer than him, to take his place on tonight's show. I'm gonna grab this guy.
Oh, too late. The gloves.
Very good.
All right, we're going to take the torch. It has to cool off.
The torch
Always
is hot.
on the other side of the shop into the annealer.
Nice.
First item of the night.
Box number 3, it's at about 960 degrees and it's filled up with product from throughout the day. That's the first piece of tonight's show. That's going to be a members exclusive piece, the torch from the Glass Olympics here at the Glass Academy.
Okay, should we do a quick round of the table before we get started?
Yes, we got a lot of products to go over.
I love tonight's table.
Because you got a say in it.
I did.
Everyone was able to pick out their favorite pieces.
Staff pick table, we've got the names here. There's 20 items on the table together, all squished in. Sarah did a great job setting this up, and that's per employee. And not everybody chose. Chris and Michelle didn't choose, but Everybody picked 2 items on the table, and if you guys want special zoom-ins or descriptions of different items like this brand new item or perhaps this item that Matt chose over here or anything else, we can zoom in, or this beautiful snake, I believe Sarah chose that one. We can give you the details. There's a lot of different products. There's some brand new stuff like these chalices. I see 3 of them were picked on the show tonight. So we're hoping that In a Carrot is available actually. We're hoping that you guys enjoy the selection on the virtual gallery. That goes live at 6:30 on the Glass Academy website under the gathering point.
Can I talk about mine for 2 seconds?
Yes.
I had a snail picked out as one of my favorites, and he got snagged to be on last week's table. So I technically had 3 favorite picks.
Well, that's good that you had a backup ready to go.
I did,
Right.
but that guy with the pipe in his mouth is so cute.
He is cute. Is that my name you're pointing to?
Oh,
Thank
just
you.
check them all out. You see them? Can people see that?
Can you zoom in on that? These are all the GA Olympic winners.
Over the years, all the competitive nature here at the Glass Academy.
In this Olympic
Detroit puddle.
Yep, the Olympic GA Cup was invented and conceived in 2020
On the gathering point.
on the Gathering Point show. Completely born, birthed, conceived, and constructed on the show.
Wow.
Because we wanted to commemoratize all of our super competitive action.
Let's get into that action.
So let's get into it.
We've
What's
got
the first
3
one?
competitions listed on the floor here. First one's going to be the longest raindrop, but we're going to spin a mold. This is a classic GA competition. Anyone can participate, but not everyone can be successful. So we're going to see that your raindrop cannot touch the floor. It's one gather, all on the regular punty. Are we all on the same page?
One
Yes.
gather, all on one punty.
So let's spin the mold. Open mold facing is who's going first.
Okay.
Longest raindrop. You got first place, second place, third place, and we'll ask you for the people's choice at the end of this award.
War. It's pretty
End of this.
aggressive.
And I said award.
Give it to me,
but I meant
baby.
Matt starting us
Matt.
off.
All
Matt,
right.
Gather it up,
he
baby.
gets it.
I'll be going second.
Jake second, and Chris is third, and
Mom's taking
Michelle
up the
is
rear.
last. Well, that happened last time, a long time ago. I remember Michelle pulled something out of her back pocket
Yep.
when it comes to skill and made like a 15-foot long one.
Yep, it's true.
I don't know how she did it, but she did.
We do have the measuring
Don't
tape
feel
over here.
intimidated, Matt. It's okay.
Yep.
So,
So
Matt makes these all the time. He's got the big advantage, in my opinion.
Is
One
that-
might say Matt's a raindrop champion.
Look at how much glass he gathered.
I hope that
It's
the
not about size, ladies and gentlemen. It's about length.
Yeah, but if you have a lot of glass, you can go longer, is
I
my
hope
point.
that tape measure is bigger than 12 feet.
Let's see how long Matt can get here, folks. Remember, if it touches the floor, disqualification.
That's right. And you can't be spinning it.
No
Danger,
points awarded.
jeopardizing. You can't be spinning it,
You
right?
can't swing it up and send
Where
it into
is
the
the
rafters.
list of rules?
Right in our minds.
Yep, here it comes. Take a look at it. It's falling. He's blowing on it to cool it down and stiffen it up as
He's
it
scared.
drips.
He thinks it's going to do the kerplunk. Whoa.
Whoa.
You can spiral it, just not around the world. Around
Hey.
the world, danger zone.
He's doing great.
Matt's got a really nice drop here.
That's impressive,
That may
Matt.
only be like a 13-incher, maybe
It's going.
15 inches,
Oh,
but
I'm saying 18.
he's not disqualified.
That's got to be 20 inches.
He's got a chance.
That's
you guys
pretty good.
have a lot of things to say.
Of course.
Linda makes a good point. The last time we did this, Chris tried to count his breakages.
Yeah.
No counting
good.
breakages this
No
time.
breakages. Thanks,
What you
Linda.
talking about?
All right, I'll gather it
I
up as you're
remember
knocking
that.
that one off.
All right, so he's going to set it on the side and put an M on it.
Well, I mean, it's not. The true length is determined when it's broke off.
Don't
True.
walk in front of me. What?
It seems that nobody was using the recycle tank today.
Is that where we're storing them? On the burn the cloth up, or should we just put them on the floor? Mine's gonna be way longer than that.
What if they break?
Mine's gonna be way longer than that. We got
Let's focus on Jacob over
18
here.
inches to the dead nuts, guys.
Next on the docket,
Oh, here goes Jake.
from the country of the USA,
Jake Arabia.
What?
Jake's
your
been
country.
practicing since he's been a young child.
Don't want this to drop too hot. Here we go.
His parents taught him well.
Oh boy.
It was endless hours of training.
It's a completely different thing to have the raindrop fall so big.
It's dropping fast.
You don't need to be a big
Look at
drop.
this. Thank you very much. You don't need to be big, it's true. But that's a nice drop, folks.
Yeah, but what happens? What happens if it explodes before we measure?
I don't know, but Dad, you better gather it up. It's your turn.
I'm gonna be getting there, but that ain't fitting on here, so I'm taking tough guy over here, putting it right here, and I'll mark his at 18 inchiolos with some chalk.
I could do that.
In case you guys are just joining us, it's the Glass Olympics.
Thank you,
I
Bess.
do have a ticker across the bottom of the screen that says what we are currently competing in.
Beautiful. I got
All
a lot
right.
of weight on the end of this thing.
It's not over till it's over. He's got a big weight on there. I'm trying to be the Olympic commentator.
Whoa!
Oh, look
He's
at the
chancing
bend.
his stardom here.
Uh-oh.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, he's taking it carefully over to the floor. Will the break-off happen? He's
Look at that big
dangerously rolling it on the floor that is still molten hot. There is
No!
Oh, and he lost 6 inches in that.
Oh, man.
Jeez.
But we're still in the lead.
With 2 contestants to go, will he make it? Oh, the judges are
33.
measuring.
33 inches, ladies and gentlemen. I'm happy and I'm proud. I'm glad to be here. Thanks to everyone who's gotten me to this point. 33 inches is a great contesting number.
I want to thank my parents.
That's
who
right.
spent endless hours teaching me how to make raindrops.
Here goes Chris. He's going for the mini drop.
Can't spin it.
Uh-oh, he's flapping it, though. He's flapping it all around. Uh-oh,
like,
whoa, hey.
Whoa.
Everyone in the crowd, watch out.
I
Uh-oh.
think that's cheating.
No
What?
360 allowed. No 360 allowed.
Disqualified! Disqualified!
Ah. At least he's not disqualified.
He
That's
spun
right.
it. You weren't allowed to flip
He did
it.
spin it. Yeah, he might be
I
disqualified.
said no 180s over the top with the pipe.
Right.
No, I'm
Sounds
just
like
reiterating what I said.
Look at how nice and straight his raindrop is, too.
Can the judges get the rule book out, please?
Nothing wrong with my witchy poo special.
All right, taking up the rear. Here comes Michelle. She's got a chance to beat all of us and take the lead.
No stress.
Can she do it? She's
I
warmed up.
can't even believe that mine stiffened up that quick. You guys put something in the glass?
Yes. Special
bunch-
melting fluid.
That's
15 and a half.
15 inches.
Oh, third place.
That's lame. That's lame as can be.
There's 2 more competitions coming up after this, folks. We've got the largest twist cup and the smallest moil ornament. We're also going to need, in the comments from all of you, a People's Choice recommendation.
And I will tell you when to
Challenge.
put those in the chat.
There she goes. And
Only
she's
in the
not
chat.
waiting. She's going for it. Ooh.
Oh.
Oh!
It's still connected.
Oh!
Wait.
Waiting. Grab it before
Did it say
pops
it
the
had
floor.
to be straight?
Matt, will you grab that off
It
of the
just
floor?
can't touch the floor. That's all.
Oh.
I think it touched the floor.
All right, fine.
Give her a round of thumbs, folks.
That's a perfect example, you guys, of the boundaries of the glass. When you have one that's just too hot off the pipe and it just starts falling, there's no way to stop it. The weight of that big drop just pulls it down, and she lost it. In mine, I waited literally probably only 3 or 4 seconds longer than she did, and I got stumpy.
Stumpy.
Go-
15-inch nothing.
Go big or
So,
go
Bess,
home.
we do have the placements here. Are you recording those?
I am. So can you read those off to me, please?
That would be Jacob
Oh, okay.
in first place. Thank you
Perfect.
very much. And then you got Matt in second place. There
All
he
right.
is. And you got Chris in third place.
Perfect. Now is the time for people's choice. It could be what was actually made. It could be style. It could be whatever you're feeling.
Your favorite person.
Your favorite person.
Do you mean that when I was
Most
spinning that
mojo?
around like a propeller on a plane, that could be extra points for me?
It could be, but people could also hate it and not vote for it.
That's right.
Hey.
So now is your chance.
like
If
I'm
you are voting for people's
under the bus.
choice in 3 words
You
or
might be
more,
thrown
tell me
under the
who
bus
your
just a
favorite
bit.
is.
Yes. And there will be points rewarded for the person that gets the most votes for people's choice on each of the 3 competitions.
So you guys have 1 minute starting now. Vote for your favorite for people's choice
YouTube
for the
or
Raindrop.
Facebook. Put it in there.
And if
In the
anybody
chat.
signs on, well, I can't because they didn't
What
see
is
it
the
happen,
next
so they can't
competition?
sign and vote. So never mind, everybody.
The next one is the largest twist cup, ladies and gentlemen, and this is a twist cup. Straw not included.
And we're doing out of the recycled blue, correct?
We can do it out of the clear because the recycle's only at 2,000 degrees.
No wonder. I knew there was something wrong
Something
with
was
that glass.
definitely funky.
Sabotage, you guys.
But we do have one mold here. You can take as many gathers as you want, use whatever pipe you want, but it's largest twist cup made out of this mold. And if they're exactly the same ounceage, then it'll be based on twisting power.
Okay, so the rules are it has to be a functioning cup. We're gonna do the ounces.
Yep. It has to make it off the pipe and get into the annealing oven.
So we will measure the ounces at a later date once the glass is cool.
Yes, the members that watch the annealer reveal will see it first.
And is
then
it
next
volume?
Tuesday.
It's volume or height?
Volume.
Matt's
Matt.
going
That's
first.
You
Why?
lead, I'll follow.
What do you have to say about this, Matt? Are you excited?
Uh,
You've made many a twist cup over the past 6 months.
I've made many too big on accident. So
Ah.
we'll see if I can make it too big on purpose.
On purpose.
All right, you get
Nice.
started and we'll spin the rest.
Come on, baby. Come on.
Do you want it or you want me to
I'll
have
go.
it? You'll go?
All right,
Okay.
she's number 2. Yeah, it's me.
All right, I'm taking up the rear.
All right, beautiful.
Do we got the People's Choice Awards floating in?
I'm working on it right now.
Cool.
Okay, Bess is doing a great job because she's got YouTube and Facebook to contend with. There are 2 platforms. If you're new to the show, we do stream on both. Starting at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, we are located in Michigan.
Yeah, it was 6:05 tonight.
Yeah, 6:06, and that's okay because sometimes tech glitches, they do updates, and we
like
don't
just
know
a
until
bit
we
more.
get started
Oh.
that something's going on. Does he need the box?
Matt's going back for a double dunk right now, and right off the bat, I'll say one thing. When you go for a double dunk, you've now got cooler glass mixed with hotter glass. So
Is that
he's-
good or bad?
You know, when you're going for a twist cup and you want to push the limits
No
of the
bench
glass and make it as thin as possible,
need it.
it's best to have the glass the exact temperature all the way around. So we're going to see how he
But-
wrangles it.
He's blow hosing it. He just
He
blew
is
me
Mr.
off.
Hoser.
It's not the fastest twist cup, so
It's not about speed either, so he's
Yeah.
got time to equalize
So
it all and get the temperature
he
correct.
can blow it up and make it nice and thin.
Yeah. You want to explain the blow hose to people and let them know what it's all about, Matt, as
Definitely.
you focus on your twist cup?
He's concentrating. Don't be
I'll
distracting
I'll
him.
explain it. You focus.
I think I could explain it.
All right, you can explain it.
Yeah. You see that blow hose that's hanging around Matt's neck right now? He's going to be putting a little mouthpiece in his mouth.
It's like
that
an anaconda
actually
snake.
is when you're a professional bagpipe player like Matt, he brings in his blow hose from the bagpipes and he actually uses it. And if you can hear it, he hums into the blow hose. So you hear this like,
Yeah,
while
very
he's blowing it.
Scottish tune.
Yeah, so he's calling out to the other clans in the area.
This is not Renaissance.
Oh, well, I thought this was Dearborn. We can do the Renaissance out in Dearborn. We
For
love
those
it.
of you guys that have never seen glass blowing before, Matt's taking crystal clear glass and he's blown a bubble into it. He's going to be dropping it into this 12-point mold. He's got to fit nice and snug in there, as much glass as he can, because that'll allow him to make a bigger piece. Then he's going to start shaping up that 12-ribbed bubble.
And the twist cup itself is something that all glass blowers strive to do well. It's a technical practice piece so that you get good at blowing the glass thin, consistent, and
No pressure.
symmetrical.
No pressure.
So that 12-point mold is a pretty good mold. There's other points. There's a 24, there's a 32, but when it's called a twist cup, is
I
when you
wanna
blow it in the
restart.
mold, you've got straight optics.
Tuck it
And
down
when
a
you
little
get
more.
it hot and twist it up, you're twisting those optics into a beautiful pinwheel pattern, which is just really gorgeous, but that's what a twist cup is. So now you guys all know, so just sit back, pop open your Cokes, and enjoy the journey here.
People's choice. Let's hear it.
I do have a result. Yeah. So Michelle got 1 vote.
Yay!
All
Thank you. I
right.
appreciate that. You guys are amazing.
Matt got 5 votes.
Okay.
Chris got 9 votes.
Jeez, what?
And Jake got 15 votes.
Whatever.
I'll take the
That
bonus
sounds
point.
honky to me, man.
Thank
No
you.
good.
Thank you.
All right, into the mold.
I love and appreciate everybody.
I do want to say there is going to be a twist at the end of this Olympics that hasn't
Literally.
hasn't
In
been
cup
talked
form.
about.
Is
yet.
it like golf scores? You're going to flip it around?
So just to be telling everybody what's going down, Matt's first attempt at doing this, first twist cup of the day, his bubble was just a hair wide to fit into the mold, and I bet you that's a great recovery. I bet you that's because he was trying to use as much glass as possible so he could make the biggest one. So he barely made it in there. He had to come out, readjust it, reheat it, shape it back up, and go back in a second time, and he did that. And now he's right back on track. So he's got this knob on the end. His glass looks perfectly even after all that work. Look at this twist. He's giving it the super puff now.
Look at that gorgeous little crystalline flower on the end.
Dude, Matt, let's go. Look at this guy. He's got the glass rubbing up against his hand. There go our raindrops.
Oh boy, get a shot of that, Shell. Uh-huh.
Look at this guy.
I think he's
Wow.
got burning,
People's choice.
I think he's got burning hand syndrome.
Big time.
I'm
Matt,
just fine.
What a recovery.
I do want to say that the Ceremonial Olympic GA torch is now available to our Loyalty League members only
That's
through that
right.
link in your email.
Members piece, baby. I'm impressed right now, folks.
This is pretty impressive, Matt.
I'm impressed. He's got a beautiful, and not only is it large, it's a beautiful twist, and it's really symmetrical. He's doing a really good job. But it's not off the pipe, it's true.
Don't be jinxing him now.
And we shouldn't worry too much about it breaking, because it's not like the fastest twist cup where you're hurrying and you're skipping steps. So hopefully Matt's got plenty of time. He's equalizing the temperature. He might
And
puff the bottom out.
I can paddle for you, Matt, if you need it.
Yep.
Are you ready for that or no?
Yeah.
Then that person would automatically not be awarded the People's Choice pointage. He's going for a nice, tight, crisp bottom on here. So he's
Good.
using the thick part of the blades.
Looking good.
Take a Maurice and a punny.
All right.
Maurice and a punny. Impressive. Here's our raindrop graveyard. Yeah.
But we got the measurements.
But
It's
we do have the
okay.
measurements, and I got the win.
All right now.
Well, you can focus now, Matt, on giving us some midway progress thoughts. How are you feeling?
I feel great. I think that I did my best, and that's all that matters.
I think we should get these interviews after. Because
I like a sweaty interview.
Only the winners get interviewed. You're not like, you don't interview someone when they're jogging the distance run.
Well,
Are we going to
forward
have
my
pedestals
raindrop.
to stand on?
What?
Pedestals like in the
That's-
Olympics?
That's next week when
That
we
would
add
be
up all
cool.
our pricing or all our
What was I doing again over
points.
here?
Sweeping.
What were
Oh,
you
yeah.
doing, Jake? Woo! This baby is paper thin.
Thank you.
Looking good, dude. Looking good.
This is like
Thank
when
you.
the
We're pretty
horse,
good with brooms around here. I bet you don't know anybody in your life that's as powerful with the broom as me, Matt, Tavay, or Oliver.
I do.
I do want to say the table's now live.
Ah, the staff pick table.
The people on Stomp were pretty good with brooms.
There's a lot that went down over the last half an hour.
Seriously.
My gosh, I feel like we did a whole show in a half an hour.
And meanwhile, Matt's just doing amazing.
Does he
Dave
need
says
a
that's
bunch
going to
of-
be hard to
Oh, you
beat.
got it. Who says what?
Dave said that's going to be hard to beat.
Oh,
I'd say.
I'm not nervous, Dave.
You want to paddle? You
I'll
don't have to thin it, just
say it
stretch
again. It's impressive the twist he has on this. Not
not
only is
over
it
yet.
thin and large, but he's got a beautiful twist on this piece.
Doesn't matter the size of the twist, does it?
No, but if they are the exact same ounceage, then the tiebreaker is the tightest twist, the TT.
Well, when did that come in? It
when
could
I
be
said
a
it
loose
before we
twist.
started. I said
Does
it, the
anyone
people
remember
know.
that?
Oh yeah, he can go back and hit the R on this video, which stands for
Reverse.
reverse, and see it live.
You could do it.
Oh, I see the pressure. He's cranking it down nice.
Oh yes, looking good, looking great. He's calm and collected. Just 1 or 2 beads of sweat on the brow.
Got one more heat, and
One
that's
more
it.
heat. Okay.
Who's next up? I was.
That's
Yeah, I
right.
guess I'm taking up the rear. I'll take the camera.
And when he goes to knock off bench, I'll start.
Don't be trying to get a hold of the camera too early, Jake.
I can't wait to get a good interview with Matt after this one. I'm gonna pepper him with questions. Beautiful, and you see he's using the jacks while he has a tattoo of the jacks on his forearm. That's the double jack power.
And he's acting like the Grim Reaper because he's got that on his arm too. He's giving it to us all so good. He's getting to that roll.
That's
I
right.
like it.
And I think maybe my cotton shirt did a poor job of cleaning this screen, Bess. Could
I think
use
it did.
actual screen cleaner?
Looking good. We got the claw grabbers over there. I'll get them for you. Take your time.
Quiet for the dismount now.
Stamp it too.
We should have had cards.
Oh God, yes.
Yes,
Should have
on the
had
bottom.
cards So we could hold up.
Quiet for the dismount. Do it, Matt. Do it.
Is it smiley face or a frowny face?
El Torche.
Coming in hot with the torch, literally like 3,000 degrees. And we got the GA stamp coming in.
What annealer are we going in?
Number 3.
Over there?
Yep.
The long distance annealer?
Yep.
Again?
And I'm just gonna hold this here as they run and complete that, and I'm gonna take you guys to the darkness for 1 second.
Yeah, nice work.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Don't
Got the
mind me.
smear down after that loading of the annealer.
I think that's much better.
All right, Michelle's getting buck wild over here. She's doing it on a 1/2-inch pipe too.
What am
Oh,
I
boy.
supposed to do it
It's
on?
backwards day.
What am I supposed to do it on?
When was the last time you made a twist cup, Mom?
Probably like 4 years.
4 years. So she's
Whoops.
coming in with a little bit of rust on the fingertips.
I'd say.
Oliver says, Bess, who do you think will win the Twist Cup competition? Honestly, I think Matt's got it right now.
Okay. The vote is in. You guys were only one person in. Put your votes in the chat.
I can tell you right now, I'm not set up right.
What's wrong about the setup?
The bubble's not shot all the way to the bottom. Maybe it's okay.
It's looking pretty good.
When I went to
even.
cap the pipe, the microphone's in the way.
My
Oh.
setup looked like it was gonna fail, so you could recover for sure.
Let's see.
Matt, would you step into this zone over here and give us some thoughts on your twist cup capabilities and your, what happened there?
Well, I think I pulled the cat out of the bag. You know?
At one point, would you say that you ram jammed it into the mold?
Yeah. I tried to ram jam it, but it was a little too big,
Yeah.
and then I had to pull it up and let it fall back on the pipe and redistribute the air through the bubble. the correct
and,
way.
You know, how satisfied are you with the piece you just made? 1 to 10.
It's a good 9.
I think I'm pretty impressed. Yeah,
Thank you.
that's the shit. I mean, the stuff right there.
I am prepared here to do the bench blow process,
All right,
which is definitely a technique that's needed with twist cups. She's not tubing it.
Chris and Michelle, husband and wife, at the bench making a twist cup for the competition.
Blow.
She's twisting.
Twisting.
He's blowing.
Blowing.
Beautiful. She snips off the end.
So, Jake, that brings us to a question that Hannah asked. Why would someone choose using a blow tube over having somebody blow? Is there a difference?
There is a difference, and the main thing is that you have full control over everything that's going on when you
Blow?
have the hose. Although it's a little tougher to wrangle it, you've got this extra tool and you're doing 3 things at once on top of a million other
It's
things.
like a hole in the pipe.
You're blowing into
In the pipe?
Yeah.
the glass, you're
Sabotage.
shaping
You
it,
might be able to
and
start
you're
over.
twisting it.
Yeah, I think you might as well start over. You got a hole in the pipe.
She got
That
a
is
hole in the
so
pipe. It's
weird.
Holy
sabotaging.
pipe!
Holy pipe.
I think this is now null and
Disqualified.
Are we
void.
all in agreement?
You think it was one of the block bucket sap suckers that came out and did it?
Watch. I'm going to have him blow. See if you hear it.
Yeah,
I heard it. I was like blowing. I think I heard the pipe pop.
sounded like a whistle.
All right, we're going to listen close. Matt, you want to tuck your mic in there maybe?
Blow?
Yeah,
Where's that coming from?
Right there.
right on
On the
your,
neck?
on your
Yep.
cup.
But it still blew up.
Well, now you got it. You still got a nice looking twist cup there. You can put a Maurice on it and knock it off when the crack's already started. You're back in.
All right. I'll take a Maurice.
Beautiful.
How about that? So anyway, as Michelle continues and potentially wins this challenge, that's the answer to the hose. It's a little more difficult to deal with, but you have full control over all the aspects of the piece. A lot of glass blowing, it's difficult, really difficult, when you're trying to focus, you're trying to also put on a show, but you're doing multiple things and communicating multiple things to other people at the same time. So for Matt to know his exact amount of pressure that's going in there and not have to speak up and holler at one of us mid-show and say blow harder, blow less, he prefers using the hose. Chris has got a punty with that leftover glass.
We've got some concern in the comments about how we're going to tell whose cup is whose coming out of the annealer.
Oh, we'll know.
I think you just put too much muscle, man.
When you
were
hold
cranking.
a cup in your hand that was made by you, you know who,
You know
birthed
who's
that
who.
cup.
Everyone's got a little bit of a style.
100%.
Just-
Mine is the
just kinda-
gentle twist.
Their own mojo, if you will.
take
Beautiful
that.
break,
Thank you,
beautiful
sir.
break. The other thing which I'll re-clarify, folks, is that because these are going into the annealing oven, this is going to be the final decider of who wins the Glass Olympics this week and gets their name on the GA Champions Cup. And so we're going to have the answer to the first and third challenges tonight, first, second, and third place. But this one, we're going to have to let it cool down. We're going to have to measure the ounces of each of these cups, and then we'll reveal the biggest cup on the annealer reveal for the members, and then also on next Tuesday's Gathering Point show. I do
Puffer?
believe,
Too cold.
Mom, is it true that the Loyalty League
Oh, we haven't even touched that.
is
We
open?
haven't.
Only
now?
this week.
And we did just make the Loyalty League custom members pieces that are going to be getting sent out to all our Loyalty League members, didn't we?
So the biggest perk of being in the Loyalty League is the 4 time a year, members only, specially designed for the members gift that you get by being a member. You get coupons, you get access to the Facebook group, you get annealer reveals, but the best part, I have to say, are the unique one-of-a-kind items that we make for the members.
Would you go out on a limb, Jake, to say that those could be collectible?
Absolutely.
Yep.
One-of-a-kind items. Not going in the gallery. This one's a specific color pattern.
Crunch.
Oh, look
puffer.
at how it's getting bigger and
High
bigger.
shoulder.
Oh
Really
yeah,
nice,
looking
really
good,
nice.
looking good.
It doesn't have to be straight-sided, right? There's no
So we'll
rules.
have the link to sign up to become a member in the chat throughout the show. But if
This
you guys
week,
have
all
questions
this
about
week.
that, it's open only this week, and we've got the answers for you. And that was like when NPR says, will you pause for a moment for station identification? That's us identifying our beautiful membership for this show.
Look at her rip that puppy open.
Ripping it.
Nice.
Well, it's not
Got the
Matt's,
Al Bumpe
but
in
it's
there.
it's a twist.
It's amazing.
It's impressive.
That's a red wine cup right there. A nice little thin one, looking good.
That's
This is
the
like half a
alcoholics
bottle.
red wine
I
cup.
know. I'm
Hey,
like,
some people out there like a 14, 18, 22 ounce pour of Merlot.
With their steak.
That's right. Tomahawk.
Matt's ready to go with the paddle here.
trying to get a
Michelle's
little
going
more
for-
ounces
Wow.
up.
I think if I would have flared mine out, I could have got some
You
extra
could have got
ounces
some more
too.
ounces. You should have pint cupped it. Let's go.
Let's
The
go.
celebratory dance. She's going right to the knockoff. She's looking for a butter knife, but she's not going to find it.
I know, you guys and your damn
Man.
butter knives.
Torch.
Tells you how often.
All right, folks,
we'll
remember
get it
the
in there with
People's
this?
Choice
That
Award when
angle?
you're watching these. That's Matt and now Michelle. They take a good look at it. It may be a little less ounceage, but it does have some good mojo upon that
Switch,
piece.
because you start. Who's next?
And Chris is taking it away to the box.
All right! Did you see this? Yes! Thanks,
That's a
ladies.
contender. The volume's probably close.
Look at this.
9.7.
Yeah!
7.2. All right, Chris is going to gather it up, and let's get some words from you before you take this camera back.
Well, I feel very humbled. My country's very small. It's taken many people to get me to this level. I want to thank my family, my country, my working staff.
Yes.
I could not be here without the people who support me.
An impressive performance from Michelle Lusinski. Incredible. Before he gets going, do we want to pass over the table at all, or are
Yes.
we doing good?
Well, let's see. We'll say we're at show 319.
Tabea's mug is off the table now, being removed.
Put all
We
that
have a
in there.
question. What is your favorite
And
Olympic
so
sport?
is my choice of pumpkin. The
What?
cane pumpkin's gone. Beautiful vase we've never highlighted on the show.
One
Matt picked
bouquet.
out an amazing champagne flute back there. And the chalices have never been seen before. Also, the mug I picked, number 11. Number 16, the gnome does have, there goes Gabby's pick, a pipe that was made by Matt at his torch working studio. That's an incredible gnome.
I like my sunset mug on the table.
I do too. Is that number 15?
Yeah, I've been eyeing that in the gallery.
What? There goes Donna's.
Wow.
I
and
love
the
it. That's
brand
so
new
cool.
Product.
So, are we sending the pot home with that one? I mean, we can.
We could. That's a tough, I mean, I guess it's not any tougher to ship than glass, but I feel like those pots are more delicate than glass.
They are very delicate.
Yeah, they're like crumbly. Like crumble.
It's the crumble.
So Chris has a large amount of glass. It's going to be a tough squeeze into the mold with that, and that's why he gets the bubble as even as he can, and he's going to marver it down as skinny as he can without closing off the bubble.
So what are you saying? I needed to use the green pipe, the bigger pipe?
That's my preference.
I would have won for sure.
Probably would have.
I know
heard
exactly
this
what's
great
about to
thing
go down.
about competition and comparison, right? So comparing something, you're like, oh, I'm going to make myself better, or you're learning something, but competition has a whole different energy to it.
Totally.
I thought that was pretty cool.
I guess a great question. I'd love to hear from the people. It does kind of seem like a sliding scale of collaboration, competition. Does anybody feel like they naturally prefer one or the other out there? All our members watching and the people watching the show, are you more of a collaborator or a competitor? What do you feel in your heart? Anyone here could answer that
I know.
too.
I'm just
You
like,
know?
I
like
was
to
working
work-
on my competition piece.
Yeah.
wait, what did you say, Matt?
I like to collaborate.
Yeah, I'm a collaborator too.
Yeah.
So someone in the chat asked if the items made
Sarah said, She's got her fists up. What, Bess?
Someone in the chat asked if the items being made tonight are going to be available for sale.
These twist cups will be for sale. We want to see that they are completed and that they are good, so we'd probably put them up for sale next week when we reveal the winner. The next challenge, the Ornament Challenge, which we'll explain in a minute, the People's Choice Award on that one will be the giveaway piece for this show. The other ones can be sold.
The raindrops, no, because they were stepped on.
Raindrops have been exploded.
And I need some thinking time for the ornament, so you might want to explain it.
Okay, yeah, I can explain it once I'm done blowing into the pipe here.
Or is that part of the challenge, having to think on your toes?
Oops. No, because he knows. So that's not fair.
The ornament, you can do whatever color pattern you want, but it's going to be smallest moil, least color on moil.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And we'll explain the moil, and I'll show you guys, I'll give you a demo on the pipe and explain to the people what that means before we get started. But the color pattern might be what gets you the People's Choice Award if it's the coolest looking ornament on top of the challenge.
And we're all choosing from the same colors and they're out. So it's
Yes.
a matter
Hello, Jake.
of how we arrange it.
Blow. Good.
We were saying blue chrome only.
Blow, Jake. Keep going. Slowly. Slowly. Keep going. Slow.
Matt, I think you need to distract him.
Good.
See the amount of communication Chris was using there compared to using the hose? You know, it's a different way of blowing glass. Matt's able to just blow much or as little as he wants in that moment, but Chris is kind of coaching me through it.
Blow.
That's getting pretty big.
Oh, wait. Were we allowed to use the torch?
Why
Is
not?
that in the rules?
We should have specified.
There's nothing wrong with just putting a neck on it. We got many. I can do it. You can do whatever you want. You said.
Yeah, you could take another flash.
I'm gonna. I'm gonna take a bunch of flashes. Puppy's got a lot bigger to get. But no hurry. I just want to get the neck on it.
All right, one of the questions we had tonight was what was your favorite Olympic sport? And I think Sarah wrote something about skiing, which reminded me there's Winter Olympics. So what is your favorite sport when watching the Olympics? Is it like water polo? Is it distance running? Is it pole vaulting? There's so many sports.
That's
Is
a
it
really
gun
good question.
shooting? Like that one where they have to run
Hello?
and then they shoot?
Fill it.
That's good.
I bet everybody can't guess what my favorite Olympic sport is.
Curling.
I do love
I
curling.
do love curling.
That's the jam. That is the jam. When they all come out and they all slide on, I've seen like their entrances and they slide on their knee all the way out. Pretty stylish.
Is your favorite break dancing from this year?
Is that winter?
No, that was this past summer.
Jake, will you
I
cap
didn't
it?
see that. That
Oh,
sounds
I will send you
hardcore.
highlights. It was hilarious.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, yeah, I do remember that. There's skateboarding or something in there now, isn't there?
It's so each host country gets to
Oh.
choose certain
Yeah.
sports that they want included in the Olympics that they're hosting. So this past year, breakdancing was chosen as one. Sometimes they'll pick skateboarding. I mean, it just depends on what they choose out of these options or however many they're allowed to choose. I don't know
Wasn't
exactly how it works.
like a woman who didn't do it well at all?
Yeah, her name was Ray Gunn.
Good for her,
It was great.
man.
I'll send you
Let's go.
highlights.
You're gonna cap
Yes,
it, Jake?
please. So
Ooh.
Maybe a light puff too, Jake. Jake, lightly blow. Matt, cap. Push, Matt. All right, off. It's good. Okay, Maurice.
go ahead, Bess.
I was just going to say I really enjoy watching any of the gymnastics, and so does Icarus in the chat. Greg says hockey.
Not a small
Crystal
one,
says
Matt.
fencing.
A little bigger.
Fencing's tight.
Jeff's going with the curling.
Greg, you nailed it.
Jody says hockey and curling.
I could just give you one on a mini punny.
I could
A
just
lot of
put
people are saying hockey.
This is a Maurice, right?
A lot of people for collaboration.
Go ahead and
I see.
just gather
Yes.
up another
That's
one
cool.
and give it to me.
To each their own, as they say.
So what were you going to say, Jay?
You don't know. I don't know.
Doesn't need to be too big, Matt.
I
But-
do love both.
Just a normal
Is
punting,
it a summer
normal
sport
Maurice.
or winter sport
Alrighty.
Oh, we talking about sports? Hockey for sure.
for the Olympics?
Yeah, hockey.
That's fun.
All day. We've got some great playoff hockey going on. 4 teams left, folks. We want one of the Canadians to win. Edmonton is the last remaining Canadian team, and so that's who we're rooting for. We got a really big cup here, folks, but I will say this is pushing the limits of the thickness of the glass. It's really thin, and so that means there's a lot more opportunity for treachery,
I love some good treachery.
especially when your assistant's kicking paddles at you, hacky-sacking tools around.
I was trying to win.
Incredible.
We've got a couple more items gone off the table, so if you are eyeing something,
I
make sure
do
you grab
see
it.
that. We'll have to get an up close of a couple different things, including this rocks glass from last week that somehow didn't sell. But I want to show off those chalices in the hands. We got to hand model those babies.
We got a hand model here. Who is it?
Me.
Beautiful.
See? So who's up next? Me?
You.
Last one, buddy.
Matt's just playing around in a pile of glass over there.
Going last, I feel like you have an advantage because you got
Agreed.
to see everybody else's.
I love it. I'm proud to be last.
What?
See how Matt took his sweet time going over there?
I saw that.
I didn't do anything.
He's like pointing it up there.
Holding it in front of the
Making sure it was
fan.
on center, that's all.
When
He's
you
got some
go
competition.
last, you're not intimidated by everything that came before you.
Am I intimidated?
Yeah. I mean, that's one thing when you're running, you see everyone right next to you, but when there's point systems and you got to wait until everyone does their thing.
Yeah. Even if I was a little bit intimidated right now, I do know that I just got first place in the last competition, so I got a little wiggle room. You know,
And
I'm
you got
already ahead.
people's choice.
And I got the people's choice. Maybe I'm acting too cocky for the people's choice now.
Oh,
They might not
look at
pick me
that.
on this one.
Come on, I'm doing it with 1 foot.
That's incredible. All right, he's going for the opening. It's paper thin. He's going for the puffer first, though. Nice. Oh, wow. He just added like 8 ounces to that thing. This is impressive. Impressive from everybody. Holy crap. Something he was thinking ahead on, or maybe he wasn't, I don't know, but he got the neckline tight enough that the Sophietta would work really well in that instance. If you have a wider opening and doing a thinner cup, a
I don't
longer
need a
cup, it's
paddle.
colder.
All right.
If you were to leave that neckline a little wider and it broke off a little jagged, he would have never been able to get such a tight seal and puff it out the way that he's doing right
Well,
now.
now he's going overboard. I think he's lost it.
Uh-oh.
I think
What?
at this point it's too thin. When he goes to open it, it's just going to get all raggedy.
Oh, it's going to get raggedy.
Is part of the competition that this needs to stand up on its own, too? Like, to count as a cup?
It's not, but it should be. We didn't
Yeah.
specify.
Because
I
this
think
one
everyone's
looks
going
kinda,
to stand.
This one looks kind of roly-poly. What if it doesn't stand up?
This thing's going to stand.
I don't know.
I got the short pipe over here.
Oh. Matt brought him the mini pipe.
I found the shortest one.
Shortest and most bent.
Not actually. I'm not actually sabotaging. These are all just things that I didn't look out for.
Spontaneously happen. That's a beautiful glass. Will it make it off the pipe, folks? He's focused. Slow and steady. There's no hurry, so he's doing it. It's very thin, so he can only get it open. That was another inch wider. And even with the jacks being as hot as they are, he's been using them.
I
That
think you
cools
should
that
take
thin
the
glass
jacks
down.
to the glory hole. And then you just pull the wheel out and open it right there. Do you ever see those yokes
I
that
have.
spin?
They're yokes for big pieces that'll come
Yeah.
out and spin. It's cool.
So you can come out, turn it, and someone else opens it.
Yeah. Helpful for a big piece to not have to lift it up here and set it on the bench.
You know, I mean, he could
Oh,
come down and
nice.
set it on the bench too hard, and it might just fall off the punny.
There's a lot of ways something could happen here.
It's not over
The
yet.
more heats he takes, the more room for treachery there is.
Jeez, you guys.
Does it count that this is looking more vase-like in shape?
Well, he's not done opening it.
It is quite vase-like. In fact, I would even call that urn-shaped. Speaking of urns,
Yeah, let's distract him. Why don't you tell us about
don't you have something to
urns,
say,
Chris?
Dad?
What, you can't speak?
He's focused. He wants the dub.
It ain't easy. I can't get any so thin.
And the more, if he overheats it for 3 or 4 seconds, any extra heat involved in that lip is just going to thicken up the piece and shrink it down. So
But if
that's
he's
why
not flashing that punny, when he comes sits down, it could just jump right off.
this is true.
Oliver said this competition was secretly a ploy so that we could have bigger water cups in the studio for when I forget my water bottle.
Jeez, I
This
couldn't even
is
get
a good water cup.
my hand around this one.
That's looking good. That's insane that that came out of this mold, folks. Kind of ridiculous. I think I might have a plan to win this, though.
Matt Tabea says you might actually use this cup instead of a pitcher now.
I might, if it doesn't sell.
If it doesn't break.
That's true. Oh! What was all that folding about?
It's thin. Nice open.
You know, when he goes to put the torch and the stamp on the bottom, it might not make it.
We'll see.
It might just crumple.
What El Bumpe will do some serious help for it.
Yeah, uh-oh. Can you imagine? I think he might have said that he's... Oh, yeah. It's tough to see maybe from back there, I'm not sure, but he was folding on his way out. Oh, look at this. He put the Al Bumpe in it. And the flare. That's points for the People's Design right there.
Look at
People's
that.
Choice.
I think I might be almost done. I'm getting hot.
He's heating it up to the second that it starts to collapse on itself, and then he's coming out and turning faster so that it saves itself from folding it on itself. He's right on the 1 second edge.
I think I'm just gonna have to call it right there.
Call it then.
Glass flash, folks.
It's going
I'll
to be
give
a
you
tough
little.
one to beat.
Watch this. For extra points.
Yeah, if it jumped off the pipe,
People's Choice Award, folks.
Come on.
He's working for it. Man, you saw him shuffling. I wish we could all pick a theme song and play it right at the end of our piece.
I thought we were like making the biggest twist cup. You know, that's like not a cup.
yeah,
a vase.
sad.
It's a bucket.
That's a twist cup.
That's a bucket.
You could use
I
that
could,
as like
yeah.
a trash can in your bathroom.
Come on.
Oh
Doesn't
my
sound good.
goodness. Give it to me. Oh. Popped it off of there.
Rammer.
Whatever.
Will you heat those up for me, Jake?
No, he's starting his piece.
Hoi, 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 hoi.
Whatever.
Wow.
Whoa!
It's like double the size of mine.
That's a nice piece.
That was a big boy right there. Hey, I wasn't getting the jip like the raindrop. I had to guarantee some points. Woo!
Can I get those tweezers, Dad?
What? I didn't even bring them over here. Oh, there they are. You need anything over here? Want me to get rid of that puffer?
No.
Oh, you want it?
Thank you.
All right. The whole trick to this is not to have so much glass you can't get into the mold.
So before I do this and someone might try and disqualify me, a stemless wine glass is still a twist cup, right?
I mean, I feel like our twist cups come in all different shapes and sizes.
Yeah.
Stemless wine glass.
Perfect.
So what are you saying?
He's
you know-
gonna blow a really huge bubble. That's all. He's
Well,
cheating.
it's got to be a twist.
Beautiful twist.
It's a twist cup.
I just certified that it wasn't cheating. Just so we're clear.
I don't know.
No, that's too much for the mold.
No way.
Mine was not that big, and I barely stuffed it in there.
I know how to tuck
Maximum
this
stuffage.
thing. I'm going to tuck this thing.
Oh,
Many a twist cup I've done in my day. Although it is a little bit harder working on such a low tank. I got a really hot pipe here.
well, just hurry up.
I'm hurrying.
Gotta hurry.
No rush.
He needs to hurry. Tension's thick. You can cut it with a knife.
We have a couple people asking if Chris's cup cracked at the bottom.
No.
Oh.
Crack. Come on, guys.
No, the
Have
shears
faith.
sounded like it, but it did not.
Mine did not crack. That thing went away gorgeous. Better looking than Mrs. H.
Mold stuffing right here. This whole thing's going to fit in there beautifully.
It could be the name of a glass or a drink.
Oh, he did get it down in there, folks.
Now I want to chop the tiniest little ball on the bottom to not take off more glass than I need to.
I did take away a big nug.
Yes, you
About
did.
2 twist cups worth. Oh, look at that little guy.
Look at that little fella. Just a little something. This is it. Going for the twist. Do I hear some sort of...
Hey, Bess, could you tell us
Compressed
what
air over
countries
here?
are in the house? Have people been saying where they're from?
Way earlier in the show they did. I know we've got Argentina, we've got Sweden, we've got US, we've got Canada, our usual suspects here. If you're from any of those, any country that is not one of those 4, let us know in the comments.
Hello? Like a champion? Stop.
We did get an email today saying the shipping rates
Hello?
to Canada were going up. We do ship to Canada, but just
Keep going.
be aware.
Interesting.
Just make a Christmas ornament out of it. Jeez.
Well, fierce.
Competition's getting fierce.
I want you guys to start thinking about who your
Stop.
people's choice is going to go to. No, don't put it in the comments yet. We're going to vote once Jake is done, but start thinking about it.
I personally like my soft twist and my easy handled
Blow hard.
cup. You'd have to, this is a 2-handled gripper.
Stop.
Now, there is a difference between a cup and a bowl, Jake. Remember that.
Yes.
You got to be able to drink with one hand.
No, who said that?
Where
Yeah.
did that roll
Is she
come
gonna
in?
grab your cup?
Yeah, my cup be held with one hand.
Yeah, right.
My cup
No.
was tapered down to the bottom,
Well, my
ergonomically
lip's
correct.
gonna be tapered in beautifully like a gorgeous stemless wine glass, and if you have small hands and need to use 2 hands for it,
You're gonna be
that's
drinking
just
wine like
fine.
this?
Yeah.
I have small hands.
It's
I
not
can't
about
pick that up.
functionality.
Yeah, you can't pick
Can
it
I
up
get a Maurice?
exactly.
I can't pick yours
So it
up.
turns into a bowl. You can pick mine
Don't
up.
be
with
changing the
one
rules
hand.
mid-show here. That's craziness.
I think this is a good time to show off Sharon Watch's gift.
Oh.
Yeah, I was talking about urns.
No, it's something
No.
else. Sharon got me this amazing gift here, guys, just to let everybody out there in internet
land.
land know that this is what happens to me every time I turn around on the show for doing nothing but just being a nice guy.
Oh, wait, let's rephrase that, please.
What? I'm serious.
There's like damage control after
It
every
says right
show.
here, Chris Nordine, the honorary Under the Bus Again Award.
Under the Bus Again award.
And I really think that that's pretty much it. You know, they gave this to me in sympathy because of all the just hassle I take. Thank you, Sharon, very much.
Woo. Do you want to speak on urns and the piece that you've made at all?
Yeah, I did. I have a business, folks. It's a separate business in the Glass Academy called Sculptural Reflections. It's a memorial business. You can check out the website. But I do pets and human memorial sculptures and pieces. And I just did a piece for Sharon's lovely cat that passed away, unfortunately. And it turned out amazing.
Oh, how cute.
And we discussed it, and she didn't want something that looked exactly like a cat. She wanted something that had a little bit of a cat resemblance. The cremation remains of the cat are encased in there. He had some beautiful gray fur, so I incorporated some gray, and I actually put some really nice gold on the bottom to make it really magical and happy. When she sets that on her shelf and she looks at it and thinks of her cat that she lost, it's just a great experience. I just was honored to work with her on it, and I love working with anybody with their cats or their loved ones, their animals. Everything that someone loses that's alive is a loved one. I can't tell you, I've never done a sculptural memorial for a frog yet, but if it did happen, it'd be amazing. You know, if someone had a pet frog, those aquatic ones live for a long time.
Remember the frog
Aren't
we
they
had
all
that
aquatic?
jumped?
No.
We had the frog that jumped
Toads?
out of the aquarium and it went through the walls and was in the basement when I was doing laundry.
Yes. Aquatic frogs, to get on another subject that I know everybody wants to know about,
Oh my gosh. This is
are
hilarious.
really special because they live underwater all the time. They don't survive, but they can. They've got gills, but they can come above, get up on land, get in the corner behind the fridge with a bunch of dust balls on them for like months, and then crawl out and jump into the lake in your backyard and survive. This is true because we had one. It was like this big.
It was not that big.
No, the one we had when I was a kid.
Oh.
It was like this big. You know, I've been known for a little exaggeration, but it was big, and it got a dust ball. We saw it. We like go in the kitchen to get some food. You open the fridge, and you'd see him like slap around underneath the table, and we were just like, let him go. He'll be okay. He's living here.
Ripping it.
So on that note, I've got a technical question from Stephanie.
Yes, please.
Stephanie says, what's the purpose of cutting off the little nib at the bottom when you're starting the cut?
It allows you, because you got to twist the ribs. The ribs in the mold are straight up and down. And when you go in the bottom, you hold onto that glass and then you turn the pipe and it twists it up. So that's how you get the twist in the glass.
That is pretty nice.
That's
Dude,
pretty
that's
good.
a stemless wine glass to proportion.
Yep, it's a big one. It's got to be at least 15 ounces.
Sharon said, you did an amazing job, Chris. Thank you so much. It means so much to me.
Sharon, thank you very much. And just for everybody else out there, that's the first time Sharon saw that piece, and it is tight. So she's probably going to hook up with me in the next couple of days and pick that up, but it turned out sweet. Look at that stemless wine glass. Now, I'm telling you, if somebody can't,
pretty
if
good.
some Sasquatch can't come in here and pick that thing up with one hand and drink out of it, it's a fishbowl, not a twist cup. Yeah.
Jeez.
All right.
It is a cool fishbowl.
Also, that was pretty fast. Thank you
I
very
think
much.
Matt set the bar pretty high that you guys just went to town.
Matt jammed, man.
Linda says this looks like a good tip jar.
Oh, it does look like a good tip jar, especially at the bar. We had a visiting bartender and they took away the $5 tip that was taped in the jar.
Oh, we're living on the edge, folks. It's got to make it.
I
Where's
knew I
the-
stuck it
where-
on there too hard. Matt looked
Where's
right
the
at me. and
butter
was like,
knife?
This is a definite spot for Roland to step in and be like, wah, 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 wah.
Come on,
wah,
baby.
wah.
Take the butter knife.
Need
Get
the
the
drum
shears.
roll.
In the crevice.
Put some butter in there.
In the crevice.
Grass fed.
Oh! Let's
Can
go
I get
now.
this with the claw?
You gonna try?
You can. Oh,
I'll get it.
you don't want to heat those up.
Get the door for him, Matt.
It's paper thin.
Oh! Woo!
Whoa.
That was pretty nice. Those are contenders, but I'm telling you, they're close.
Yeah.
They're within like
Oh, yeah.
an ounce or so each.
So a couple things here. We will not know
Good
the
work.
winner of this portion until we measure these out after the annealer reveal.
That's
so
right.
we won't be able to totally total up points until next week.
Yes. And
Also-
make them available if they are
Yes.
good.
Also, this is your time to vote for People's Choice for the Twist Cup. So in the chat, whether you're on FB or YT, in 3 words or more, go ahead and let us know who is your favorite for People's Choice.
That's
For any
General
reason at
Mojo,
all. General
you know.
Mojo,
No,
finish
it's not
piece,
just about
whatever
General
you'd like.
Mojo or thumb size or anything. It's all about what you did during your piece.
It's not about if you did a little dance during your piece.
Jeez.
So you guys have 1 minute to go ahead and throw all of that in the chat.
All right.
I'll tally that up.
What's our next competition?
It's going to be the ornament, but I did want to just hand model these 3 chalices as we take a quick breather. Starting with, well, first of all, this guy from last week is available on the website, correct?
Yes.
This was from last week, and for some reason this one didn't sell, so we got to show it to you again with the true color, and you see that sparkle in the green Adventurine, signed the Gathering Point number 318. That's last week's show. This is a forest super jungle piece, perfectly proportioned. Using the same green, number 13, with the super murky metallic bling-in swirl system down there. Perfectly proportionate. A pattern that might show up in the next competition here. We're gonna see. That's really nice. That was Oliver's choice right there. Robin picked out this one with the
Ooh, that looks
basket
like
weave.
Robin's colors.
What's that one, number 7?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
number
that thing's
7.
tight.
Stamp into the base. Matching color in here with a little blue.
That's that marble, like a marble, the old like 1970s tasty marble.
The swirl. And then in a similar style, here's number 5. This one's Miranda's choice. She's running the Michigan Room. You guys have seen her before. Michigan Room social media and many other things. That deep purple.
The perp.
Really cool.
What about that candlestick number 1 in the back?
This one's tight, so is that champagne flute. This one was made on a live show, I believe, and this is on the website.
Does it say it on the bottom? the
Matt
number?
wanted to highlight this one. Show 142.
That's a
right.
throwback.
Wow. This must have been made in December.
That's your perfect Christmas time candle holder.
Look at this beauty, though.
You knocked it over?
Matt also picked this. I'm sure he could tell you about it, but probably because it's just ridiculously tight. All recycle, racing stripes up top, beautiful Venetian action down low.
What about that green bottle in the middle? Who made that?
That's got our custom creature design of the snake, chosen by Sarah. Look at
You know
the
what? Put
jowls
it
on that guy.
That's better.
He's got some venom in there.
And there's a really nice story behind that bottle, folks. At one point, we had about 10,000 of those bottles in storage here at the Glass Academy.
What were you doing with them?
I was going to make a giant
Nothing.
sculpture.
We filled our dumpster with them.
No, I
No,
put them
I-
on Facebook Marketplace.
No, that was only 2. I gave 10 of those boxes back to Coonan's.
It's a lot of
Ooh,
bottles.
it looks like an
folks.
eye. Like, look at it from the inside when you're drinking out of it.
I like the handle on that one. That rope handle is just tasty.
It's about as crisp and classic as it gets right there, number 11, folks.
All right,
All right.
so we're going to be spinning the mold to find out who, and it's described to you folks what we're going to be doing here on the last competition. Jake, could you put some check marks in the ones that are done?
It'd be my pleasure.
I do have a question from Oliver to Jake. He
Okay.
said, how did you feel about Matt's arm shield technique?
It was nice. It was better than nothing for
hand?
sure, and I do appreciate it because that thing was getting really hot. You do a bigger piece like that, even being a thinner piece, it's still pushing out a ton of heat, and I was using the small jack, so just like he had his hand all the way up touching the piece, a couple shows ago, Chris had his thumb rubbing on a piece.
And
It's
just,
nice.
just this past piece I just made, nobody even shielded my hand.
Oh,
It was complete sabotage.
Well, it looked like you had the big jacks.
Hey,
And-
whatever,
and,
man.
You know,
I had a big piece. All right, you guys. So, telling you what the last of the 3 competitions is. It's the smallest moil ornament, which means when you gather onto a blowpipe, the glass that's up on the pipe is the moil. And the moil generally gets wasted. So especially in a production facility, when you're making smaller pieces, you want to have the smallest moil possible so that you're preserving, because when you're doing thousands of pieces, we supposed to be drawing this?
I'll
you think?
spin
Well,
this
we'll
as
spin
you
while
talk.
you're talking.
Yeah,
about
when you do that, you want to have the smallest moil so you're not using up as much glass. Jake's going first. I love that. And Michelle's going second. So an ornament coming off of a glass blowing rod and it being the smallest is going to be great.
So how are we going to measure the smallest?
We
We're
have
gonna-
the ruler, and we will take a look at it. When the ornament's complete, we can take a quick measurement.
And I can take a picture of it if we want to document it.
The other thing about moils is that not only is it a great thing, it's great to use less and less glass, but the less or more moil you have makes a huge difference in the heat of your piece. So depending on the size gather you take and the moil and what's getting pushed onto the pipe, you may or may not need to adjust the flow of your piece based on how much heat's up there.
Yeah, just like a punty, you have to have a bigger punty for a bigger piece so it holds more heat.
Also a couple pipes.
You want to have a big moil if you're making a piece that you're going to be working on
everyone's
for a
using
longer
green
time.
ones.
If you're making an ornament, you don't need to be working on it for a long time because it's going to happen very quickly. So the pipe size does make a big difference. If you use a big like gorilla pipe, Jake, your moil is going to be way bigger than somebody with a tiny little half-inch pipe. So
It's
make that
depth
call.
onto
Why
the
would
pipe.
you,
We can't
like, give
measure
him away?
weight. Depth onto the pipe.
Yeah, go ahead and do it.
I
Put a
do have
focus here.
I do have People's Choice results for the Twist Cup.
Okay.
I got 1 vote.
Yes.
I like that.
Chris got 4 votes.
Okay.
Michelle got 6 votes.
Yeah.
Jake got 10 votes.
Okay.
Matt got 12 votes.
Yeah.
All right.
People's choice.
Matt
There
gets
he
the People's
is.
Choice
Oh.
for Twist
Gets
Cup.
one of these.
Extra points for Matt.
Nice
I
work,
like
Matt.
it.
All right, I'm going for my tender dunk.
It's interesting too that Jake decided to take a blowpipe instead of a punty.
What?
Well, yeah, you can make an ornament on a punty.
That's what I'm doing.
Ooh.
Right in the middle of the gather, he like started talking to you to distract you.
Oh, it was
And
that
you
was
fell
it.
for
it was
it.
me. Here comes the bus.
Not that good.
It worked.
Not proud. But I'm going to complete the piece, and hopefully I can get people's choice if I make a beautiful ornament.
Oh, playing the sympathy card.
That's all I can hope for.
Oh my God.
All I can hope for is you folks. Oh, color too?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the color. Is that the metallic silver blue?
Yes, this is the blue Crizzy. Oh, it's been about 6 months since I've made an ornament. So we're
Oh,
gonna get
don't
back
even
into the
play
mojo
on that sympathy card either.
Poor Jake.
here. 6 months.
It's been like 52 months since I've made an
He
ornament.
knows how to work the crowd, folks. Obviously, because his first votes he got was ridiculous.
I know it was.
I did put the link in the chat for the signature drinkware from the Michigan room. We do have a few pieces of that available still for sale online. So I've got that link in the comments for you guys if you're interested in checking that out.
So he's chosen to go into an optical mold for this one, folks. So he's going for something, because is style one of the judging things? Or doesn't? It's all smallest moil. It has nothing to do with style.
Yeah. But if you don't complete the ornament, if it's too small and you got not enough glass or whatever, it doesn't work out because you gave yourself a horrible moil, then you're disqualified.
I mean, it doesn't get off the pipe.
The ornament has to be completed.
So you got to loop it and put
Yes.
it away. All right,
Oh,
all right.
Matt, would you put up the hook?
The hook.
That was my tennis grunt.
What are you doing with the hook?
Putting away ornaments.
Oh,
it's already up.
Oh. Someone was really thinking ahead. Was that you?
Yeah.
Oh, that
It was?
awesome.
You were looking for it.
Maybe I forgot.
All right.
I'm just kidding. I don't know. It could have been me. It could have been someone
Just
else.
a little bit of air, Matt.
So this one doesn't matter how thin or thick it is, how big
Stop.
or small, what type of shape it is. It's an ornament, artist
Blow more.
choice. This is all about the
Good.
glass on the pipe.
I already know I probably lost this one, but I'm going to finish it.
You know what? Now you know how I feel during that biggest cup.
Yeah.
There was no chance.
Yep.
You never know. You just
Never know. Everyone
My
could break
only
their
hope
pieces.
was that all of you all would fail.
I mean, if Jake does little, juice out a little tear, he might get some more votes, guys. I thought I saw it happening.
A solid tier
Just one down his cheek.
versus the hollow one.
There is a major perk to going last in these competitions. Blow, light, stop. All right.
So you went with the classic teardrop shape in blue.
Yeah, tried and true. If I was going for the mini moil, I wanted to make sure I got something beautiful and elegant and classy off the pipe.
Are you putting the loop on?
I shall loop it after I reduce it.
Sounds like a rhyme. We got any poets in the house?
There we are, folks. But wait, we got to measure the moil first.
Well, after you knock it off, we'll measure. You
Oh.
knock it off, I'll flash it. We'll look at it.
All right, beautiful.
I want you guys to remember that People's Choice, yes, of course, wins a point here, but also People's Choice will be the giveaway ornaments.
That's right. When you vote for your favorite ornament, that's the giveaway for this week.
Silver blue is very nice, very nice. Very
Give me that.
fancy color. Chris is going to keep the pipe warm so they can measure it. There's a small hole in the top. You seal that up with some hot glass and make the loop.
Very nice.
That dust will come off, but there it is, folks.
Looks real cool. All right, so we're gonna get over here with the measuring ruler. We're gonna put the moil right next to it. And we got the moil from up there to right there. We got 1.5 inch moil, folks.
1.5 inches.
It's not bad. It's a pretty little moil. For most cases, that's a tiny little
How are
moil.
you measuring 1.5 inches? Are you measuring the glass that's only on the pipe?
No, I'm measuring
The whole thing.
The whole thing sitting there. So that I started right there, and look at the end goes to 1.5 inches.
The glass that will become recycled glass.
Yep.
Thanks for that measurement, Dad.
Yep. Matt, you
Michelle's
want to write
taking a
that
look
down
in
on the
here.
floor?
1.5 inches.
1.5 inches. That's correct.
It is the same. No.
Very similar. That one's more pointed like a taper. That's a really nice one if you're going small. It's wide on the bottom and it's.
And I need to use the blue, or it doesn't matter?
I think you could use whatever color you want.
Oh, I got to switch.
Whatever color you think people are going to love.
Maybe I'll get a chance to look at the old comments here for a second.
So Tabea says she left the hook out because she knew you were doing ornaments tonight.
Yeah.
Tabea left the hook out because she knew you were doing ornaments tonight.
Yeah, that's because she's a champion.
She also says, did that blue chrome get blinged?
It did get bling. Yep. Michelle's going for a dunk. She's going onto a solid rod, folks. Very interesting. She's going for her mini moil.
Yeah, the glass was low. Ugh.
Ah.
You could take another gather,
I
can't
think-
she? If
I
she-
mean,
it's not about
I want to
that.
say she could
Why?
because
I thought we were doing how much glass was on the pipe.
It's whatever's
Yeah.
left over after you knock the piece off.
but see, you're already 1.5 inches.
Yeah, I know, but
You can
that's
do it
cheating.
over.
Why?
Yeah.
That's cheating.
Nah. Well,
I
she
should
has the
have.
beautiful opportunity to win the People's Choice Award.
I should have gone in the recycle. That was
Maybe.
colder.
Colder and higher.
Yeah. because in order to get enough glass to do what I wanted to do, I needed to go in deeper and scrape it off.
It is pretty low in there.
It was very low.
You're giving Chris ideas, though.
That's an interesting fact, everybody, because we've had quite a few female glass blowers in the studio over the years on our production team, and we've had some that are even shorter than Michelle. And I mean, she's not short by any means. She's a normal-sized female, but the furnaces are. I mean, we
No,
won't
it had to
elaborate
do
on
with
that.
the-
The bus engine is running.
The tank is low. It didn't have anything to do with my height.
Tank lower or not, the furnaces are not
He's all
built for somebody
flustered.
who's 5'3". They're built for someone who's like 6 foot. So
Right.
I know for sure that you lower tanks down lower, or there was times when we were doing production runs that Leslie was working for us and we made a box so she could gather.
Yeah.
And she would take 2 steps up and reach down and gather. That's just something that's inherent in a
Yeah.
glass studio.
Being a smaller individual working with larger equipment innately has its trials and tribulations,
Yep.
if you will.
Icarus says Michelle's hair looks so good.
Oh,
Who says that?
little hair compliment.
Icarus.
Oh, thank you. So did yours the night you came?
Just going for the twist. Oh, look at that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well,
Whoa,
might as
look at
well.
the snake head on it.
Might as well do something.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see.
Yes. She's tying a knot.
It is.
Or is it a pretzel?
It's a pretzel.
Is that the pretzel ornament?
Pretzel bell.
The blue chrome pretzel bell?
That's looking sweet.
It is a beautiful example of that color changing temperature as she pulled it out. It was red when she sat down, and then the longer end, you could see the tip getting blue quicker, and up near the pipe is still glowing that red.
Linda says, could she not have just pushed more glass away from the pipe?
Once it's stuck on there, it's stuck on there till it cools down and breaks off. She did scrape a lot to the end.
Yeah,
But
but I
that's
was
what-
too high on the moil.
That's what Michelle was saying. In order for her to get enough glass to even do what she wanted to do, you stabilize your glass by having a wider moil. Having a bigger moil. The bigger a piece gets, proportionally the moil needs to get bigger with it, so it holds its heat and it holds its stability on the pipe.
Woo!
So
Look at the
that's
bling
kind of
on
the nature
that.
of this competition.
Bling
The
it.
sparkly pretzel.
That's kind of fun.
I know.
All right.
No,
quiet
this
for
is
the
another
dismount.
place that it's not conducive to short people.
Nice. Beautiful.
Who's measuring this? No. You're measuring
I was
this.
giving you that.
Not with a hot end up.
All right, we got the measure
coming
item
in for the
over
loop.
here.
The measure item.
2 inches, 2 and a
inches.
quarter.
2 inches, folks.
2 inches. That's good for second place, and there's many points awarded for second place, so we'll see what happens with the boys here. Beautiful snip. Look at this timing. Tucks it back in there with elegance and class.
Lovely.
Beautiful. It looks like a
Watch
snake.
yourself.
It's cool. It's in a knot. I like it.
It isn't a knot.
And that is going to end up on someone's tree, ladies and gentlemen, or in their window.
Who is next? You or me? You?
Me.
Combination snake knot.
Nice work, Mom.
Thank you.
I just saw Matt pulling out some secret weapon action, guys.
Oh.
I'm not exactly sure what it was, but stay tuned because you're going to see something going on here.
Here he is, folks. The Moil Maniac.
Nobody's seen anything.
Let's see what we got here. He's focusing.
The Moil Maniac.
You really got to turn fast to soup that glass of. Oh, a beautiful gather.
Whoa!
Beautiful gather. He got a large amount of glass on a small moil. He went right into the emerald green. Oh.
You going to be needing air, Matt?
Nah. No, thank you.
He is on a blowpipe, so we do know this is going to be a hollow item.
If you guys are new on the show, give a shout out. I see some Texas, Louisiana. We got Chicago, Indiana, West Virginia, Michigan, Ohio, Pennsylvania. And how do we know that? Because Google tells us where you're all watching from as well.
And take a look at the virtual gallery tonight, folks. These staff picks are one and done crazy items that aren't going to necessarily be featured on the show again anytime soon. That's what we try and do every week, but this is really a wide array of drinkware, random, brand new items. The gnome, snake, a carrot. Those are all some pretty cool one-off Glass Academy originals that I think you might want to take advantage of. Matt's got it shaped up to go into the mold here. 2 coats of emerald green and a pretty darn small moil.
That was a nice stuff right there, I'm
was.
telling you.
That was his
Super stuff?
rebuttal
FS?
after his first stuff. That was
Right.
the super stuff. Here he goes. Oh.
I think he might
I
be.
know what's going on here. Oh,
I thought I did, but now I'm confused.
Bess, you might have to reconnect me or something.
What do we think?
I'm
do we think
connected.
that it's true what you're doing?
Oh yeah, you're frozen.
Nice.
Close out of it.
I saw plenty of people eating these out of
Okay.
their Bloody Marys
Click
this
it.
morning.
Click the second button. Click the first button.
So would you say that that was emerald green, or you say it would be
We're back.
pickle
Yeah.
green?
In this instance, that's pickle green, folks.
In case your screens went black for a second, that was intentional. We know it happened. For some reason, the camera screen froze up, but we fixed it right away, so don't panic.
Sorry about that.
Wow. That
Pickle
was
trauma.
Now,
Look
Matt's
at
got
that.
a big contender moil right there.
Yeah, he does.
good. What?
Okay, I knew what was happening.
Big contender as in it could win, not big contender as it's 3 inches.
Big moil. No, that's a small moil.
All right.
So what do you think? Can you loop it and get it away?
I think so.
Safe and sound?
I believe.
All
Well,
right.
we'll hold your mini moil.
He's blowing
That's a
on
nice
the tip.
one.
That's a really nice, beautiful ornament. He just made a pickle, folks.
And people do know the history behind the world famous German pickle tradition.
What?
When you put the pickle ornament on the tree, and in the morning, the first child that finds the pickle is the first one who's allowed to open a gift.
I've heard it 2 different ways too. I've heard they're the first person to open a gift, or they get an extra gift.
Oh,
Bonus
yeah,
They
I
get
did
to
hear
keep
that.
the pickle?
The pickle gift, and they get to eat the pickle.
And you know what we're going to do this summer? We're going to have a Bloody Mary class where when you come, we're going to have different Bloody Marys that you can taste,
That's-
and you'll get a glass pickle with your ticket.
That's
Oh,
a
yeah.
3/4 inch moil, folks. 3/4 of an inch. I'm telling you, Jake.
This guy,
Come on over and look if you want.
Wait
We
a
gotta
second.
have-
We're watching the end. Be patient.
Huh?
nice loop, beautiful loop.
Oliver said that's why he's the moil maniac.
That's right,
Oh, is
certified.
That, is that
Moil
why this
maniac.
competition
Oh, yeah.
existed?
Now, he used to be the Marver maniac, but now he might be the moil maniac.
All right, let's go over to the tally.
Let's give him a huge round of thumbs in the chat, folks. We still have Chris taking up the rear, but would love to hear what you guys thought of Matt's performance there.
Wow,
Jeez.
Yeah.
That's 3/4.
almost slightly below.
Yeah.
Give it to me.
Nice work. I love it.
Do we got that written down somewhere?
On the floor.
On the
Got
floor,
it.
yeah.
What was mine? 1.25 inches?
Inch and a half.
Quarter,
Inch and a half.
2 inch,
Inch and a half?
Inch and a
3/4.
half.
Was it 1.5 inches?
What was
Are you
mine?
sure?
3/4?
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
there it is.
Yours is 3/4. Michelle was 2 inches. I've been writing them down on my end too.
All right.
All right.
So we've got 3 great contenders with complete ornaments, and Chris is going in with an elegant dunk to the left side because he's a lefty, and he's got a moil.
Pretty decent sized moil on there.
I would say, will you ring the bell a second in honor of Oliver? You want to talk about what that is?
That's right, folks. Oliver's not here to remind us that YouTube, we love it when you like the feed, like the video, and Facebook too, you guys. Send us some emojis and send us some interaction, because that's what it's about. That's what gets people watching our show and supporting what we do here at the Glass Academy. And if I look at YouTube right now, we've got over 60 people watching live, which is great. We've got 23 likes on the show. So if all of you guys watching put one like in there, we could probably break 50 tonight live on the show. It would be really cool. And I'm sure Oliver would love to see that too. And Oliver, if you haven't liked the show, there's your reminder.
You know what to do. And Roland, you are going to love that. So Roland does the editing. He will take this 2-hour clip and shorten it. In a couple weeks, you'll see it on the video tab on YouTube. So if you're interested in some past shows, those are condensed versions of the highlighted moments.
Yep.
And if you guys aren't subscribed to the YouTube channel or following us on Facebook, please do that and share the feed. You know,
It's
anything
free.
that you see, just put it on your timeline or share it with a
Matt,
friend.
you give me a bench blow.
Message it to a friend and let them know that you think
Blow.
what you're watching is pretty cool, because we do this for a living. It's
Good.
a family business here in Dearborn, Michigan. Beautiful ornament here, geez. Really sweet idea and sweet piece. But we do this every Tuesday night, folks, and this is show 319. And we love what we do.
And typically it's not a
We do
competition
what
show.
we do.
Typically it's here's how we make this
There's
item
always
kind
a
of
little
show.
competitive nature in the background, for sure.
There is?
Oh, yeah.
It's good. It's good for the soul.
Competition drives creation and success,
You need
as
more
a
air?
capitalist would
Nope.
say.
Jeff just gave us a super comment on YouTube and said, here's my thumbs up.
Jeff, you're the super champion, and we know this. We appreciate you and everybody else. Shouts out, Jeff. The $5 super thumbs up.
Nice.
Super cool that you can do that on YouTube. Super cool to feel the love from you guys.
Oliver says, of course I liked it immediately on YouTube.
That's what I thought. I'll check back on those YouTube likes in about 4 more minutes, but to talk about what Chris just did, a really cool piece. He's got a small moil, he went for the blue chrome, he blew a bubble into it, and then he chopped it in half. And then he had Matt blow into it as he twisted it. So you've got 2 tubes of vortextual blue chrome swirlage. And, then
And I would
towards the
say
end,
creased it, not chopped it. Like it
Right.
wasn't cut. It was
Creased
just
it.
creased.
I like the little teardrop
that
on
is
the
so
bottom.
cool. It's almost like elven. Looks like it
Elven?
came
It's
from
very
the elves.
magical.
Elf, I got it.
Elven.
I don't know if I
Elfin?
got the moil action, but the ornament's pretty
But he could
tasty.
have the People's Choice Award. We don't know.
Elvin's a
This
person.
is a really thin. It is.
And
Elven?
then Elfin is,
Elfin.
yes.
Elfin.
Like, who's Elvin?
That's a really thin bottom on there. So we are going to have a little bit of anxiety in the air floating around when Chris goes to knock this off in the vermiculite and loop the top of it. And we're going to have to see what our peanut gallery gives as a rating in a moment here.
You just called our fans Peanut Gallery?
The peanut gallery over here.
Oh,
I think he
Oh,
called
they're
me and
writing-
Sarah the
You
peanut
guys
gallery.
are the peanut
oh,
gallery.
okay. Are they
Right?
writing up their
Am I using
cues
that
that they're
term
going
right?
to hold up?
We've got Silent
Yeah.
Sarah.
Silent Sarah.
Oh, Jeff said Sarah was not so Silent Sarah today.
No,
Oh.
Sarah lit the torch to start off the show today.
Twice.
All right, here we go. Chris is going to be working quick. I'll take the moil from you. He tucks it in there. And we won't know if that's still on there until he pulls it out after looping the item. I'll keep this little fella hot so it doesn't explode in our faces when we're trying to gather information. He's good with the loop. Beautiful loop.
It's
He's
so
gotta get it
tricky
in the
to
box.
do these. Like, when you do them all day, you've got the mojo down. You just do one out of the
Moment of truth, big reveal.
dun 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 dun.
Oh, it's
well, there is
good.
laying it down in the annealer too.
Incredible. We've got some voting coming in here on your way back.
All right, survive, guys. Let's go.
We got a 7.5 or a 1.5 and a 2.
Jeez. Just toot the horn of the bus for me.
Hey!
I think I will say that was my favorite ornament of the 4, but my people's choice opinion doesn't quite matter. Let's take a look at his moil, because this is the actual challenge of the moil.
Uh-oh.
Don't get your hands off the
Sit it
pipe.
to the other side.
No, you get the high side. What are you talking about?
That's over an inch.
Inch and a quarter.
Matt got it.
Dun, dun,
Yeah.
dun, dun.
Let's go.
But you did in fact take 3rd place, I believe, right?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
2nd place.
Yeah,
Second place.
second.
Matt, nice
So that's
work.
still good points. Matt, nice work. Chris was
Yeah.
2nd place.
Oh,
I
the
got
judges
3rd.
are working hard. I
And
see
now
them.
it is time for
Yes.
people to vote for their people's choice. Now, this is kind of a two-parter, remember. You're voting for your favorite ornament. So the winner of that will get the people's choice points. But that ornament will also become the giveaway piece for this week's question. So I'm going to give you guys a minute. Go ahead, place your votes now. 3 words or more in the comments. What's your favorite and why?
And I believe we're going to have some housekeeping maybe to do here as we chalk up what we're making for the final piece of the show.
Absolutely.
Beautiful.
So order of
wanna
what we'll
do-
do is I will let you guys vote while I'm talking. I am going to talk about a couple housekeeping things, do the giveaway, and then I will tally up all of those votes once they start making that final piece and I hand it back over. So, couple things. I made myself a list.
Hey!
Couple things to talk to you guys about. First and foremost, I don't know if all of you have met Maria, but Maria works in our gallery area. She makes a ton of beautiful displays. She just had surgery this week. Is that correct, Michelle?
Yes, today.
Today,
this
she had
afternoon.
surgery this afternoon. So we just wanted to send some warm wishes and a shout out to Maria. Hope you're feeling better quickly.
Speedy recovery.
Yes,
Surgery went well.
absolutely. Next, Loyalty League. I know we already mentioned it once, but Loyalty League is not open all the time for you guys to sign up for. Star Supporters that is our $8 a month level, and that is always available for you to register for. However, Loyalty League is only open 4 times a year. It's quarterly. So Loyalty League is now open for this week. It is open right now as we speak. I did put the link in the chat earlier today, but I will go ahead and put that in there once I'm done talking. And if you are interested in signing up for Loyalty League, it is our higher tier of membership. You get a lot of great perks. I've got a list. You do get a one-of-a-kind 4-year gift. I know we're getting ready to send those out for this quarter's Loyalty League members. You do get
And
members.
wait, I'm going to stop you a second. They
Absolutely.
are unique, one-of-a-kind items made especially for the Loyalty League. They are not items we sell in the store.
Yes, absolutely. You can't get them anywhere else. You do get unique members-only video content just for Loyalty Leaguers. You get extra coupons that we send to you throughout the year. And you do get access to a Facebook group. We haven't been posting in there as much, but you do get access to that exclusive Facebook group where you might find out sneak peeks of things behind the scenes, and you might be able to find out some upcoming things before anybody else does. In general, you do also get your name at the end of the show. I know our Star Supporters do as well, but you do get to have your name on there as well. I'm getting distracted. So that is open. I will go ahead and post that link in the chat when I'm done talking. Next thing on my agenda are happy hour classes. So currently we call happy hour that Thursday night class where you get to come in and you design your own drinkware. The glass blowers make it in front of you while you get to relax with some snacks or a drink and your friends or family or whatever you decided to do. Typically, it's a deposit online to book it, and then once you speak with the glass blowers about your design, they'll kind of finalize that pricing for you. We want to change the name of happy hour. You guys probably know happy hour as the time when you go out to the dive bar and you get some cheap drinks or cheap appetizers. And we decided we wanted to change it up because we're making some really high quality products here. So if you guys have any great ideas for a new happy hour name, go ahead and put it in the chat or send them to us through email. I will write down anything that gets put in the chat. But let us know what you think as far as a new name for that goes.
Because that's pretty cool. Like, it's a chance to name something. We've
Yeah.
done it before.
We had
the Michigan Room. What else do we
Blossom
name?
and Bloom was a member or just a viewer suggestion.
Yep.
So
You guys are creative. You think out of
Absolutely.
the box. We don't always think of how we're viewed because we're on
Yeah.
the inside.
So let us know if you have a great idea for that name. Start thinking about it. Let us know. Now for the piece you guys have all been waiting for. This is our giveaway for the week. This beautiful green vase, which I did not get to see made, and I love this. This is so cool. I love the color of it. I love the top of it. Very fun, very whimsical.
It's like leaves of a flower.
Yeah, it's almost like a banana peel. Like I kind of want to peel it back.
Yeah. And then it's got that tool from the experimental show.
Very cool. So our question for the giveaway, we actually had 4 questions.
Oh, it was a lot.
So we were asking you guys to take a guess at some numbers from our grand opening. So we had you guess the number of total guests at the grand opening. We had you guess how many city officials from the city of Dearborn attended, how many pizzas were sold, and how many margaritas sold, which were the most popular drink of the night. We did not pick the winner based on if you guessed correctly or not, just so you guys know. If you sent in a vote, your name got added to the wheel, regardless if you were close or not.
Even if you sent it in today, like Cowie Coffee sent hers in.
So the highest amount that somebody guessed was 1,525.
Woohoo!
The lowest amount guessed was 75. Just so you guys know, our grand total was about 212 people that attended. So thank you for those of you who did come out for that. It was absolutely amazing. How many city officials attended? We had guesses anywhere from 3 to 35, which would have been a party.
That would have been a party.
We had about 12 here, including the mayor. Question 3, how many pizzas sold? We had a guess of 300 pizzas as the highest amount, which would have been quite a lot. Actually, 2,000 pizzas was the highest one, and then it goes down to 300. Lowest was 37. We sold 65 pizzas from that food truck. And then how many margaritas sold? So as far as margaritas go, the highest guess was 654 margaritas.
Whoa!
Which would be a lot for
Could you
212 people.
People would have been stumbling out.
Yes, and the lowest guess was 35, and it was about 43 margaritas sold. I mean, we sold a ton of other drinks in total. We actually sold out of 2 drinks at some point. We sold out of the pear and ginger
and
cider.
it was 4 to 7, so it was a 3-hour event.
Yeah, 3-hour event. But yeah, so those are the actual numbers. Our winner of the giveaway guessed 130 people here, so there wasn't too terribly off. 6 city officials, 200 pizzas, and 222 margaritas sold.
Whew.
So, congratulations to Mary Lou.
Yay.
So, Mary Lou, you're going to get an email from Donna, probably on Thursday. If you are local, you can come by and pick that up, or if you are not local, she is going to reach out to you about how you can pay for shipping to get that sent out to you. So congratulations.
Cool. While they are getting started, I'm just going to pop over here for 1 second. I made, Bess, will you put one of those puffer images on?
Absolutely.
This was the vase I made, the puffer jacket. How do I do it?
I was going to say, it's popping up right in the middle
right in
here.
the center. So that was my idea, the puffer jacket. And then this was the puffer vase because it has all that stuff. And the idea is, see how this tall branch of the honeysuckle can be supported by the weight of this ugly vase? The idea is the same for the puffer vase, but this isn't tall enough. But I like the idea. This was another vase I had that's in ceramic I'd like to make in glass, because this edge holds the flower stalks like super lovely. So I had an opportunity to bring that in, so I just wanted to show you guys what that was all about.
We had a mold go rogue.
And what are you guys up to? Everyone's mic is on?
No,
Yeah.
your
My
mic is not on.
Yeah.
Now. So now that my mic's on, we have come up with a plan.
A plan to?
Do you want to tell them the plan, Dad?
Yeah, we're making a ceremonial trophy / vase
Super combo.
super combo between the 3 of us that's going to be optically twisted.
Yes.
An optically twisted Fermi 2 shape,
Yes. Long
With-
and skinny.
long and skinny, with 2 handles coming down and 2 horse heads on the top of the handles,
That's all.
with a chariot riding on the top of it.
And since the giveaway is decided by the people's choice, which I doubt Bess had time during
I'm
all that
working on it right
housekeeping
now.
to have wrapped up exactly, We'll get to that in a minute, but the People's Choice Award will award the top ornament as the giveaway piece of this week. This piece is going to be sale. It's going to be a little bit experimental, and so we'll see how she turns out, if it gets off the pipe, and if it looks absolutely gorgeous.
So this item may be for sale, and the giveaway is the ornament.
Correct.
Perfect.
And once we see the completion of all the rest of the twist cups and the ornaments, next week we can put those up for sale from the show. Because we were pushing the limits, we don't want to put something up for sale and have it sold and open up the box and have it broke.
How many of you guys out there follow TikTok or Instagram? What is your social platform? We had an influencer here the night of our opening. She did an amazing post. It's so fun to see what she thought was interesting, and the people really responded to it. Lots of new customers coming into the glass
What was
shop.
the video? Should they go look at it and see it and judge
Things
it?
to do in Metro Detroit.
Is that like, that's the name of the...
That's the name of the page.
Yeah.
All right. Things to do in
Glow.
Metro Detroit. Check it out, guys.
And I think it's shared on our pages, so you might have seen it.
Stop.
And it's pretty cool. I like how the title influencer, she says this is cool, but if you don't have a good business, she can say it's cool all day long, right? We have an amazing team that works here, and they offer amazing products and services. So when people checked us out, they're like, this looks cool.
Yeah, another huge shout out to the people, the members and the stream viewers and the local people that came to watch during the grand opening and came to participate and try a drink at the bar. And we know some people, Dave and a few others, that came from pretty far away to come visit us and be a part of this addition to the business, and that was just super cool to see.
Super cool to see people in person when I just see names every week in
Low
the
light.
chat.
Yeah, like we recognize the names, but don't always know the people.
Yeah.
That's good.
Thank you, Dave, for finding me in
One
the
more
crowd
puff?
to say hello.
Good.
I loved his pictures because it's like none of you guys really knew what he was doing.
Yeah.
And his compliment of saying, what a great team, you clearly like your jobs. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, it was.
I do have an answer for the giveaway /
give me a
People's Choice.
Paddle, Dad.
Yep.
Let's hear
What
it.
you got?
So
Cabbage.
Jeff voted for Sarah.
Wait a second, I see a theme going on here.
Michelle got 3 votes. Jake got 6 votes.
Aw.
Matt got 9 votes. And Chris got 15 votes.
Light puff. Sweet. Let's do a Maurice.
So remember, we can't announce the winner until next week after we've pulled all of those cups out of the annealer. We have been able to measure them in ounces, their volume. So we'll announce the actual winner next week
Of the overall
of the
Olympian-
overall Olympian
So we'll
champion.
get to see y'all
Yes,
next
I love
week.
that.
Yeah, I think it was a great competition, and honestly, I don't know who's gonna win. I like, without counting the numbers up and remembering each competition and the People's Choice, there's a lot of numbers swirling around, so it's anyone's game. And then the final.
Does anyone get a handicap? Like, if I was playing golf or something, if you're in the glass shop every day, you
Yeah,
get
the golf
subtract
handicap.
2 points. For those of us who only blow once in a blue moon,
Yeah, that could be something for next
Jake
time.
definitely needed a handicap. Like in golf, he's got like a 14 handicap, but
What?
he's all right.
14. Jeez. Any golfers out there watching the
no.
stream?
we just changed from hockey to golf.
My
By the
handicap
way,
just dropped.
if anybody is local at the gallery, the Chris Nordine Studios
Thank you, sir.
Gallery in Ann Arbor and Carytown, we're having a artist opening on this Thursday, the 22nd, from 5 to 8, guys. And the reason that reminded
gonna
me
be
of that
great.
is because Eddie Kilzicki is the invited artist, and he's an amazing technical, photorealistic painter, and he painted a bunch of golf courses. A bunch of cool holes and shots, and it's all about like the beautiful view you get of a hole when you got a chip with a wedge over a 130-foot high tree to get on the green, and you only got 45 yards, and you're
Yeah.
looking at it, and it's so
I
amazing.
can't
Everyone
wait to
just
buy
look up there and see it.
that
Yeah.
painting. That's
There
what I
it is.
dream about.
I mean, it would just be like doing the flop shot
Oh, yeah.
right next to the pin.
And that's why we love golf.
Or something.
Yeah. I've never had that experience myself.
So all we got to do now is put 2 beautiful, elegant handles and 2 horse heads on this piece.
What goes
So I'll
first,
put
the
the
horse
handles
heads or the
And then,
handles?
You want to make a horse head and he makes one, or you want me to put the handles on? And
You could just make a mat.
Would
He's
you
making
do the
one.
hor-
He
both
can make the
them
second
same, but
one
you got
match.
time, 'cause I'm going to put the handles on first.
Wouldn't you
Yep.
put the horse heads heavier on first so
Nope.
that...
No, because then it'll distort the shape. We want to put the handles on. He's going to nestle those horse heads in the top of the handles.
There better be
It's
some
gonna
thick
nestle.
handles.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to open it one more time, and I'm good to get it.
You're going to make me
you.
a ribbon handle with 2 strips going down it.
Okay.
It's going to be probably like the size of my finger before you ribbonize it. Size of like a Jimmy Lean sausage.
What?
Gimme Lean isn't Jimmy Dean. Gimme Lean is the vegetarian sausage that looks just like
Gimme
and smells
Lean.
like Jimmy Dean, but it's Gimme Lean. It's true.
I don't know. I've never heard of this.
And Bess is a vegetarian.
Give me lean.
Gimme Lean,
sausage.
you never heard of Gimme Lean? That's a good sausage. We ate those for a while when we were all doing the vegetarian roll.
Until we found out Jake was allergic to soy.
Yep.
Oh.
All right, I'm doing it.
So
We're
this is going to be a traditional Italian ribbon handle, guys. Hand me those tweezers over there. That's right. Those are the ones I want. This is beauteous.
How's that
Give it a
look?
good flash. It looks beautiful. You're going to be having that facing towards you.
Okay. Coming at you.
Yep. Stay. Stay right there. Lift. Right there.
Woo-hoo-hoo! Ooh, that's sexy. You want another one?
Yeah, please. Gave you plenty of room for that head.
All right.
See how I pushed up more glass onto the moil knowing that I had gathered more out of the furnace? That is manipulation of the moil, folks. Ready for me?
I am.
Said with confidence.
Stay. Lift.
Oh, baby. Right on center, matching the other one. Ooh,
It's like a heart.
that's sweet looking. It is like a heart. All right, and then Chris is going to be keeping that warm while Matt goes to sculpt the face of a horse.
I just got one more little move on this to get it the right size.
Oh, it's a blue horse.
And it's going for blue. Leaving the end clear. I'm checking on the YouTube likes at this moment, folks. 38. 38.
Out of 58. The funny thing about YouTube is after we post these videos and when they go back on the live channel, sometimes they are other countries watching, like they're asleep right now. So usually we'll get double numbers tomorrow. So if you're watching this again in English, you're an English speaking country, do not be shy. You can still like us even if you're not watching live.
Got some love for your new haircut, Matt.
Thank you.
A lot of love for Mary Lou. Congratulations on the giveaway piece. Donna fell in love with that vase up in the front office.
Yeah, it's a cutie.
Oh, wax on the tweezers. Can you clean his tweezers?
Yep.
No fun.
Flip.
There's a towel on the bench if you need it.
Nope. It's good. Don't wipe them off.
Might be sticky, I don't know. Yep, here we go.
That's why Carhartts are great. When you take those sticky,
I need different tweezers.
yeah.
Yep.
So there's a very specific pair
I'll
of
get some.
tweezers
Yeah.
that work best for this. Make sure they're clean. And the reason they work good is because they're very pinchy and they can get just that. Are they the ears that start? No, it's the mouth. Start with the horse's mouth, then you pull it out, then you do the ears.
There we go.
Get those lips, baby.
It's not hot enough. Might have to restart.
Sometimes.
Yeah, you can restart it if you need. It's hard with color, honestly. I mean, I think just doing them clear maybe is fine.
Just so you guys know, if you're not suggesting happy hour names, I'm going to fill up the list myself. So you guys need to give some
Yeah,
suggestions.
give some happy hour names. Right? So
There
it's
we go.
about drinkware, it's about different styles, it's about designing. So is it
Just gonna do it out
designer,
of
drinkware
clear.
designer? Like if you came across the
All you,
class,
take
what
your
would you
time.
call it?
Take your time.
All right, so the trick was a few things. Number one, color makes the glass a lot cooler. So that he was struggling with that a little bit. And also the fact that the tweezers weren't the right tweezers and they were not preheated and cleaned. These horses,
Also, the fact that making a glass horse is arguably way more difficult than doing a twist cup, which is another thing that glass blowers compete upon.
But you know why the horses were made too, is because it's to clean your tools
Cleaning the
off.
tools. So he's going in for the fresh lips on crystal clear glass. Much
See how
hotter,
much-
coming
yeah.
straight from the furnace.
Much hotter. It's funny because that's my like fun Facebook thing now has been to watch horses. So it looks like a
Nice.
horse.
Beautiful.
Now you're just
Great.
gonna diamond it up.
Yeah. It doesn't look how it's supposed to.
Yeah, that's a nice size like that. Perfect. So let it get harden up so you can grab it with the tweezers when the time's right. And then you can just hold it and torch the end and stick it on, okay?
Okay.
That looks awesome. We're into OT here, 8:03, folks. Sculpting a glass horse takes time and elegance and class. But I also did notice that 16, the gnome with the pipe is still available. That was something that also was a really fine,
stick
tiny
it on, you stick it on.
scale
You can stick
addition
it on if
to
you
a
want.
piece.
You want to hold this then?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there we go.
And that's brand new to this year. And the backside of him is a really cool color too.
Look
really
at
cool
that.
We're going for it.
All right, here goes the stick
back
on.
to the action.
Set that on the bench. You got it. Take it on the other side, but hang on to that. Jake, you take this torch from me? Got it?
Yes.
It's so funny. This is not at all what I pictured in my head when you guys were talking about this. So it's so funny because I was like, wouldn't you put the horse at like?
That's the beauty of blowing glass with a team, communicating what you're on the same page about, who's doing what, and what the vision is. That's why we like drawing on the floor as much as we do. And we knew this one was going to come out how it was going to come out.
It looks great.
And it looks super cool. All right, Matt's coming in the bench for number 2.
It's in my eye.
And he's got sweat in his eyeball.
Uh-oh. Not sweat. Uh-oh, just hand it off. He's ready.
Thank you.
They got to be the same. Jake can do good horse heads, but Matt's got his style, so he's going to do another.
Yes.
So the reason he holds it up is to let the glass roll back on the pipe a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
And
oh, yeah.
a lot of times this is a cool training technique for glass blowers. Not only is it a way to clean off your tools, but it's a way to learn how to manipulate your pipe and move it in certain ways, working with both the gravity, the
Pretty
tools,
big.
the heat, the core heat of the glass.
There you go.
And some OT, so if you are still here, thanks for hanging around for the OT. It is 8:07.
Oh, but you know, we got a late start. I mean, we were rolling, the camera wasn't.
Right.
So technically.
41 likes live on Facebook. It's almost like we could have a little bit of a competition between the two at 38 and 41 right now. It's a close situation. The swap off. Notice they're not even really talking either. They know what happened on the last one. They're on the same page about what's going down. It's going to be a heck of a piece.
Vicky says, is that a burn on Matt's hand? I don't know when Matt doesn't have a burn on his hand, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, how about a GA stamp?
GA stamp. Stamp it up.
So this piece is going to be for sale, folks. We got to get it off of the pipe. We're going for a stamp. This is some Kentucky Derby.
That's what
super
I was
piece.
thinking.
It might be a mint julep special.
Yeah, big
Or
time.
vases, whatever.
This is sick.
For our
It's our
loyalty
signature.
leaguers, that torch at the beginning is still available.
Ah, yes. The beginning Olympic torch, not the one down here. The glass one that we made.
That helps us remember what show we were on.
Yep.
That when Roland's editing it, he'll be like, oh, that was the Olympic show.
YouTube's up to 40 likes.
Oh,
All right, how about some reduction?
Facebook's at 44. Oh, boy. That's incredible. Super cool.
We got Silver Bullet on one side and the Gambler on the other. Those are the names of the horses.
Silver Bullet.
And the Gambler.
Give it a little speed, it's going to ovalize it and look sweet.
Don't forget that the green rocks glass is still available from last week as well. I still have that up on the As Seen on the Gathering Point show because it is an amazing piece.
Yeah, the Super Jungle Rocks glass absolutely feels great in your hand. Bling all over it. Quiet for the dismount. Oh, yeah.
Don't worry. Yeah.
Yeah. That was sweet. Let's go.
What a show. We got a 10 over here in the peanut gallery.
Let's go.
Hey, look at that.
That's what I'm talking about.
It only took all night, but we got it eventually.
That was nice, Matt. Nice horse heads.
And I do already have that available on the website.
Let's go.
Dang,
Really
she
fast
knew.
with it.
Is anyone refreshing the feed already? We'll see. That was a really fun show. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, show 319, the Olympic competition, you guys. That's a good one. Pass that one on to people you know, because
Sarah, could you hand me
anyone
that?
can go back and watch this indefinitely. So to let people rewatch it, it's going to be
Thank you.
sweet. Somebody, the winner revealed next week, is going to get their name etched onto the unbelievable
I won't hold it over
GA
my
Cup.
head yet. But we do have numbers on who's in the lead, and we will finalize the winner based on people's choice, competition points, and the final points is the largest Twist Cup. First, second, and third place.
Yeah, and everything from a burning torch that opened up the ceremonies to a
Wait.
molten hot torch
To the closing ceremony.
till the closing
Of these
ceremony.
beautiful
Don't forget the
doves.
birds.
Look at
That
that.
does. Bye.
Thank you, everybody. We appreciate you. Shouts out to our members.
Yeah.
Have a great night.
Goodbye.